welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited because today I'm going to be sharing with you all of my tips, tricks, and products that I used to clear up my skin. Disclaimer, I am not no dermatologist by any means. I have just kind of played trial and error over the last year and a half of what works and what doesn't work. So if I can pass this information along to somebody else and it helps them as well, I have done my job. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be sharing every picture I have, which these are not the most attractive pictures. I never thought these pictures would see the light of day. I never thought I would be showing them to the world. I was just kind of tracking my progress for myself. Like I said, I never kind of thought I was going to do a video like this, so they are just like raw, candid pictures. So yeah. So like I said, I did play the trial and error game and I looked at my current routine. And the first thing I didn't really realize that was affecting my skin was the way I was removing my makeup every single day. So I had been stuck using makeup wipes for, I want to say maybe like 5-6 years now. I mean, I really don't remember any other way of how I've been taking my makeup off other than using Neutrogena makeup wipes. This sounds super silly, but every time I had removed my makeup, I felt like my skin was more inflamed than it was to begin with that morning of, or just throughout the day, etc. I'm a glamour queen. I use a decent amount of makeup, and so for the last couple of years I had been using the same exact makeup wipe, which was the very popular like Neutrogena blue container, just simple like cleansing cloth. And so like I said, I had just found myself and my skin just becoming more and more inflamed every time I was using that wipe, and I couldn't understand why. Your skin does change throughout the years, so something that may have worked for you back then may not work now, and that's what I kind of had realized. Another thing I had tried to use that really just did not work for me was the cleansing balms. When I was going through this cycle of just checking out what I was using to remove my makeup, somebody had told me to use a cleansing balm, and I was like, all right, I was like, maybe that'll work, but they are super greasy, and for me, like I have combination skin, I'm definitely not dry, I am more towards the oily side, and it was just like, disaster. My skin was like, what are you doing to me? So if you also have combination skin or oilier skin, something you may want to steer away from is those cleansing balms, because I don't know. They're supposed to be really good for just melting makeup directly off your face. They're supposed to be very gentle, and they just did not work for me, unfortunately. I love Neutrogena's brand. I've loved them for years. Like I said, I had been using that cleansing cloth for forever. So I decided to change from that blue cloth to their night calming cloth. So it is this bad boy right here. Once I had made the switch over, I saw an instant difference. My skin loves the night calming cleansing cloth. It's very gentle on the skin. It also has a different aroma, so I don't know if the scent was actually bothering my skin, but this definitely does a great job of removing makeup and making sure your skin is prepared for the evening. So something I had also started to use was the Tarte Cosmetics Deep Dive Cleansing Gel. And I had started to use this in the shower just when I had a lot of makeup on for the day, just to do an extra good job of cleaning out those pores, and I absolutely love this. So my love of this had actually started when it got sent to me like a little mini bottle in, I believe it was an Ipsy bag. So when this was sent to me, I was like so excited to try it, but I was like so nervous because I was like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna make things worse. Is it gonna make things better? Is it gonna be something that's amazing? I have no idea. So I started like really, really tiny, just like really lathering this into the skin, and my skin just soaked it up. It loved every second of it. This really gets deep down into those pores and just makes sure everything is all cleaned out. Every impurity, every trace of makeup, you feel like your skin is super refreshed and just ready to go. Like it is just so clean. So I absolutely love this. I feel like I'm going to use it for the rest of my life. So another thing I had looked at was my diet. For anybody that knows me, you know I drink a ton of water, like a ton of water. Water is so good for your skin, your digestive system, just making sure all those organs are just like up and moving and functioning correctly, and detox and all that jazz. But especially for your skin, it's just so important to make sure you're nourishing your skin and nourishing your body really with good things. They say that your skin is a reflection of what's going on inside your body. And I will tell you, even for all the water that I was drinking this time last year, I mean, I was also going out and eating a lot of like greasy food. I was drinking a lot. I had just moved to Chicago and I was going out all the time and, you know, drinking tequila and vodka and beer and mixed drinks and soda once here and there, and eating pizza and eating late at night, and all of those things I think had a factor to play as well. But one of the things that had really hit me hard that I didn't realize that I was doing all the time was I was drinking a lot of milk, and dairy just does not work well with me. As I said earlier, things do change over time. I've grown up on skim milk. I've never had a problem with skim milk. I don't know. But this time last year, I was also eating a lot of cereal. Of course, with cereal comes milk. And so this is kind of how I tracked it and how it kind of led back to that. So I had cut dairy completely out of my diet, and whew, my skin was all about my life. I suddenly started to see things clear up. I actually substituted it out for almond milk. And almond milk is not everybody's flavor of the day. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love almond milk. I actually don't think I'll ever drink skim milk ever again. I am definitely not telling anybody not to live their best life. You know, go out, have good food, like enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself in moderation. But for me personally, I kind of have myself on track now. Like I know what does it for me, and I know what like I can and can't eat all the time where it's gonna like I will say my personal journey is totally different from last year when my skin was like a wreck and my life was kind of all over the place, and I just had a lot of things going on from now where I have everything under control. I also became a vegetarian this year. I will link that video down below if that's something that you're interested in, because I'm very passionate about just feeling good and just making sure that everything inside is working so that it reflects outside. You know, I feel like inner work is super important, even just due to my beauty channel. Like, you know, the inner work reflects the outer work. So beauty and health starts from the inside out. Getting deep. I'm getting deep. Okay, back on track. So tracking your diet, super important. Something that I used to do is just like take notes in my iPhone and just say like what I ate through the day, how I felt, like if my skin like started to react to something, or if I like had a super bad breakout. Like I had breakouts like on my chin that literally like I ate something and they would hurt. Like they would automatically just like something stemmed inside of them. They were like, don't like that, ain't happening. So I had noted that down just to make a mental note to myself, like that's something that my skin doesn't like. My body is not reacting well to that. So another super important thing, determining what type of skin you have. Like I had mentioned, I have combination skin. I really didn't realize what type of skin I had until this time last year. And I had determined that I was oily. I'm never really dry, and if I am, it's like due to the environment or a product that I may have used to affect that. So I am an oily skin girl, and that was a good thing for me to know going forward with the products that I was researching and that I was going to invest in. So I'm gonna go through the skincare routine that I had done this time last year, which I was very regimented to. So the first thing I had been using weekly was this mask. This is the Drunk Elephant T.L.C. Sukari. I wanna say it's Sukari. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Sorry. Sukari Babyfacial. So I was using this about twice a week. So this has a lot of different acids in it. Lactic, citric, glycolic, anything with an ick at the end of it, it basically has in here. And what this basically does is it opens up the pores and exfoliates, like removing any type of texture from the skin, really smoothing everything back out while minimizing the pores and getting rid of any dead skin cells. So this is basically like taking like the top layer off of your skin and just like redefining it. So I absolutely love this. I saw a very dramatic difference within the first month of me using this product. So I definitely highly recommend it. It is very strong smelling though, and you do not need a lot of this. There are a lot of different, very powerful ingredients in here. And so the first time I had put it on, I was like, ooh, and it almost starts to tingle and then itch. You have to keep yourself busy while having this face mask on. I'm not gonna lie. There are multiple times where I was like wanting to claw my own skin off because it's working. Please make sure you keep this away from your eyes. Like I said, it is very, very strong. So I was really just making sure that it was here, here, and here. So the start of my nightly routine, the first thing I was doing was using my Santitas brightening peel pads. Basically what this is an at-home peeling treatment. Basically what it does is it's a triple acid blend to brighten, tone, and clear your skin. So at this time, I had a lot of different breakouts. I had whiteheads, I had blackheads, I had cystic, like in between the skin type of acne. And so when I first started using these, instantly they started to burn a little bit, which I was super nervous for, but it was really taking all that bacteria out of those breakouts and starting to even everything back up. So I did work through that. This was the first product that I had gone in with after I had taken all my makeup off for the day. I went in with this first, and then I had waited a little bit to go in with the next product that I'm gonna be sharing with you. Like I said, that product is very strong, so I almost wanted to give my skin a little bit of time before putting something else on top of it. I was the type of girl, when I came home, it was like if I wasn't doing anything for the evening, all my makeup came off. So it was like the first thing I did. I was like, go home, take all my makeup off, shower, get myself ready for the night, do the first step, and just like relax, then make dinner and do my jazz. I wanted to make sure at all times, if I didn't need my skin to have makeup on it, that it was breathing and that I was working on it. I felt like the faster I can get the product on, the faster it would start sinking into my pores and start working. So I had let that product soak into my pores, soak into my skin, and then right before I went to bed, I used this product. So this is the Drunk Elephant T.L.C. Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. So basically what this product does is lift away any dead skin cells to reveal better looking skin. So fine lines, wrinkles, minimize pores, clear those breakouts, etc. So on the label of this product, it also says that it's good to mix with this product. I'm sorry, I don't have a bigger one anymore. I had went through the whole thing and then I kind of just had a little one for the video because I don't use this as much anymore. So this is the Drunk Elephant Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. However, like I had mentioned, I am more on the oily side, so this scared me a little bit. So I used to just apply a thin layer of this and then selectively kind of put this where I wanted it. I will say this definitely helped with my breakouts and just smoothing everything out, but I did not mix the two together. I kind of just dabbed it where I wanted it. So after I went night-night, got my full 8 hours. Ha! Yeah, right. I was trying my best to get my full 8 hours. You know, sleep is so important. You know, our skin repairs itself overnight. Our body repairs itself overnight. So you want to definitely try to make sure that you are getting like an abundance amount of sleep. So once I woke up in the morning, I did just rinse my face with some lukewarm water, nothing crazy, pat it dry very gently. And before I had started my makeup routine, I used the Drunk Elephant C-Firma Day Serum. So this is packed with a lot of powerful ingredients as well, including vitamin D. So basically what this product helps to do is to firm out your complexion to make everything even again. It also has a lot of brightening components, which I mean, who doesn't want like bright, healthy looking skin? I gave this about 10 to 15 minutes in the morning before actually putting on my makeup and starting my primer, my foundation and all that jazz. So I would put this on, like make my breakfast, do a couple things in the morning, and then start my basic routine. So those are all the products that I have to share with you guys from night to day that I was using. Now that I would be onto makeup and just going into my simple everyday routine, going to work, going to run errands, etc., you also want to make sure you're using very clean brushes. I'm a beauty guru. I used to wash my brushes all the time. I still do. But something I didn't realize at the time was the foundation that I was using was not working well with my skin. Whether the brush was clean, not clean, I did both. It was sinking into my pores and not actually doing the correct job. This also comes back into play with the type of skin you have. I was using a very dewy foundation at the time that was sinking in and making everything almost like wet looking, which I love that look, but now I achieve that look in a different way. So I always now use a matte foundation and then create that dewy type of healthy glow in different forms. So take a look at your foundation as well. That might be something that you're like, okay, like I've been using this for a long time and my skin is still kind of the same. Switch it up a little bit. Maybe try a different foundation, because that definitely had a big part to play. When I stopped using the foundation that I was using all the time, and I mean I loved that foundation, it was like my ride or die, I stopped using it and my skin totally started to change with the changes I was making throughout my nightly routine, my daily routine, and even just my diet. I hope this video was helpful for you guys in just learning how to listen to your skin and to your body. I know that some of the things that I had mentioned were a little bit of the pricier side. A lot of these products are not cheap. But you only have one set of skin. You definitely want to invest in yourself and making sure that you are happy with the skin that you're in. Trust me, this time last year, I was in no way, shape, or form ready to invest in a skincare routine. But honestly, it was affecting my passion, which was doing makeup. And you know, the way your makeup lays also starts with great skin. And so I had honestly like really sat myself down and said like I was going to do my research. I was going to make sure that I was working on having the best skin and feeling like that confidence radiates through my pores. Literally. So I hope you guys can find a set routine of your own, and I hope that this helped you in any way, shape, or form. I'm thinking about doing my current skincare routine. This is the first time I've kind of dabbled on this channel of doing skincare, but if it's something you guys want to see, I actually use totally different products now. This is still my set routine that if my skin starts to freak out, I go right back to this. This is why I still have all these products. I am definitely not the perfect human being, you know, like every time of the month, my skin freaks out. If I get a little stressed out, my skin freaks out. I screw up on my diet, my skin freaks out. So these are all the products, tips, and tricks that I use to clear up my skin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. And until next time, I will see you guys soon.